If you want to buy cheap Ultimate Team coins, go and check out MMOPO.com and use the discount code EGHD at the checkout to get yourself 8% off your order. Before we get into today's trading advice video, if you guys want to join a Discord and get free extra trading advice for FIFA, make sure you join my Discord group. The Discord group is for everything about FIFA, whether you're talking about objectives, what time you should buy or sell players, what players you should add into your team, just general advice. There's so many people, over 100 people at the moment, and it's going to be growing continually, so feel free to join. And also there is a section specifically for trading advice where I've got someone that is a top 100 trader in the world, of course, that will be giving you advice when to buy, when to sell, and which players to buy and sell. So make sure you click that link. It's in the description. You can download it on your phone, you can download it on your computer, Mac, whatever. If you've not used Discord before, it's definitely worth it. And without further ado, let's get into the video. Hi guys, welcome back to another video, another trading video. A couple of days ago I did a video on how to complete the Conmebol Sudamericana and Libertadores SBCs for as cheap as possible, and also for, you know, as fast as possible, because you want to be able to grind this out, you know, maybe 2 or 3 times a day minimum. Some people can do it like 5, 6, 7, 8 times a day. It depends what packs are out in store and what the supply is like of bronze and silvers, whether you can complete this pretty quickly. But if you missed that video, guys, go check it out. It's going to help you massively if you're someone that likes to complete SBCs. Like any of these flashbacks here usually require an 85 or an 86 rated squad, and if you've got a couple of 88s as rewards from these League SBCs, then you can complete these SBCs for very cheap when they do come out. So if you missed that video, go check it out. But today we're going to be doing the bronze pack methods. Now, the bronze pack method is obviously something that's been around in FIFA for the longest amount of time, but it's just as important now as it's ever been, since obviously we have the League SBCs, which you're going to be grinding towards, and there are several approaches that you can go with. I've broken it down to 3 options for people that want instant profit, and then for people that don't mind spending some time on this, and that's going to be the best, the most profitable way for you to do this is to invest some time and wait for the rewards. It's not something where you open a pack, you get instant rewards, right? Sometimes you can open a pack and you get a player in there that's worth 1,000 coins or 500 coins, and then you get a couple of things in there that sell for more than the actual pack's worth. But the main thing to take away from this is that there are so many valuable things in these 400 coin packs that you can make coins over time. And depending on what time of the week it is, those things will change as well. So to break this down as simply as possible, I'm going to try and talk to you and explain this as if I'm talking to someone that doesn't really know or understand what the bronze pack method is. You may have some knowledge on this. You may even know this inside out when you're just watching this for fun and entertainment purposes. If you are, and I've missed something out, then let me know in the comments. But I'm trying to be as educational and broad as possible when talking about this. So let's start off with option 1. We're going to cover each option, guys, all 3 options, and I'm then going to open up 10 packs with the mindset or the approach for each option. That way, hopefully you guys understand it better. And if you like these trading videos, guys, please remember to drop a like on the video and subscribe as well. So for option number 1, guys, this is for people that want to open up a pack and they want to keep their account tidy. They don't really want to be doing any League SBCs. They just want to open packs and sell things for profit. Now, obviously, you're probably thinking, well, I want to do that. But trust me, guys, option 2 and option 3 is going to pay out a lot better. But the idea of this, I've written them down on a book. So if I look away from the screen, that's why. So the idea is, yeah, as I said, you open the pack, you sell absolutely everything, all of the players. But also, if you do get player fitness cards, the plus 20 fitness cards, not the squad fitnesses, the player fitnesses, keep them in your club because they are going to be worth 200 coins between Thursday and Sunday. Xbox, PlayStation or PC, no matter what platform you're on, they sell for 200 coins. And if you want some proof, I've been doing that as well with all of the player fitness. Do you know what the joke is? If you list up gold player fitnesses with plus 60 fitness, so many people will buy them for 150. They'll just bid on them for 150. But if you list up the bronze ones, it's like it catches out all of the new people to the game, the casual players, and they just go onto the market and buy plus 20 fitness items. So these do sell, and you can pack 1 or 2, pretty much most packs. I'd say 6 or 7 times out of 10, you're going to get a player fitness, and as I said, sometimes 2. So the other thing to remember here is also attribute cards. That's what I forgot to talk about. So attribute cards, you get plus 3 attribute cards in bronze packs, and they do sell as well. The best time, now what I recommend is not selling them instantly unless you want to. It's down to you. But the best time to sell attribute cards, guys, is going to be when a new objective comes out which you need to complete in Rivals, because you can use attribute cards on players in Rivals. So let's say, for example, a challenge like Bakayoko just come out. I personally didn't want to go out and buy an uniform Ben Yedder to get assists or goals with a French League 1 player. So what I did is I bought the 83 rated Ben Yedder for like 10,000 coins or whatever he cost, and then I put a +3 attribute card in every game. It cost me 200 or 300 coins per game, but it saved me from going out and buying a player for 200 or 300,000 coins and then selling him again and losing the EA tax. So there is still value to the attribute cards, but the best time to sell those is when new objectives comes out in Rivals. So make sure you stack them. Now, I'm going to open up 10 packs now with this mindset, and I'm going to show you what is valuable and what isn't valuable. Now, I have a club which is, I'd say like a third stocked, or not, just under half stocked. So there's going to be quite a lot of duplicates, but the things that sell are the ones that are from good leagues. So none of these leagues are SBC worthy, apart from this one here, which is Germany League 1 player. So I imagine he sells for a little bit, and there you go. So we could probably sell, well, he's just been listed for 750 on a 12-hour time thing, so that's probably going to sell anyway. So I could probably list them up for like 800 coins. I'm in no rush to sell that or make profit. That's fine. I've got 200 coins here as well, so that's 200 plus the player, that's 1,000. This player fitness is worth 200, so that's 1,200 coins. And with this method, what we're going to be doing is actually just discarding these. Now, this seems so wasteful for me. Personally, I don't like doing that, but I'm also going to I'm also going to keep the healing stuff. You can keep the contracts if you guys want, but I imagine that most of you don't need to keep contracts in your club because you get so many packs given to you all the time, and you should have loads of contracts. But this is the way that we're going to be doing it in the first option. We're going to get to option 2 in a second. So let's open a hand, a few more packs so you understand. I was going to do 10 packs, but I think this method is very self-explanatory. So we've made profit already there. 400 coins for the first pack, and I've got, I think, 1,200 coins in return. Let's see what we get here. Let's see what's in the pack. So let's see if we get a player from, first of all, any leagues, League SBC's leagues, and the answer is no. So we've got the Swedish League and Germany 2. So all these players are worth nothing. You can check them, but it's usually a waste of time. As you can see, they're 7 minutes in. They're all listed for 200 coins. These ones I'll just show you. Just because they're not from the right league, they're just not going to be worth anything for you. Now, personally, I do recommend keeping these players in your club because SBCs come out and you may be able to use a few bronzes in the squad to complete it if it's a low overall rating, or it might be, a full bronze team that you can use to complete. It's really down to you. Obviously, we'll be covering that in the next option. So this isn't the most effective way to do it, but is the way that we're going to be doing it. Also, we get no player fitness there. So that one was a complete loss. We paid 400 and we got 100 coins back. So we lost 300 coins there, but we are still in profit from the 2 packs we open. Let's skip this one again, and let's see what is inside. So we get a player from the Chinese Super League. This player probably won't, it will just sell for 200 coins because the Chinese Super League is very heavy with bronzes, and they're usually quite low rated and packed very often. So these guys aren't worth a thing, so I'm going to delete those. And there's also, again, no player fitness. So we've got a little bit unlucky there. Again, you can check these nationalities to see if they sell. For example, this guy does sell. Even though he's not from the, an SBC league, he might sell for, let's just list him off 200 coins for instant profit. Maybe could sell him for 250, 300. It's worth checking some players, but after a while, you'll get used to which players, which nationalities, and which leagues do and don't sell. So let's go for, I think this is the 4th pack. So far, we're just above break even. And we've also stashed some player fitness into the club. Let's see if we get some player fitness here. So we do get a player fitness. We also get an injury card, which may sell as well. We also get English 2, which is a League SBC, and he's worth probably about 500, 300 coins, 200 coins. We can probably sell him for 200 coins there because there's one listed for 200, one for 300, and I think one for 500. So the odds are he's probably going to sell for 200 to 300 on average. We've also got a Sudamericana player. Now, again, with option 2 and option 3, which we're going to cover, we include this in there, but what I recommend is just selling this straight away. So he is going to sell probably about, see, the cheapest one was 1,600 coins, but from my personal experience, they don't sell that price. I think 1,200 is probably like the going rate for that. And as I said, we've got the player fitness there. So that's 200 for the player fitness. Actually, I didn't check the league there. So yeah, 200 for the player fitness, about 1,200 for the player, Sudamericana player. This is a profitable pack again, probably more profitable than the first pack. So we're up about 1,000 or so coins, 1,500 coins out of about 4 packs, which is pretty incredible. Again, you can keep those contracts if you want. I'm just going to discard them for now just to prove a point. And we'll open up one more pack. So let's skip this as well and see what's inside here. See if we can get a good league. English 4, Colombia, Polish league. So there are no good leagues there, and there's actually no player fitness. So we've actually got quite unlucky with the player fitness. So many packs come out with 2 of those. So that's instantly your coins back because they sell for 200 a time. So 200 times 2 is 400. So it literally pays for it back. This guy may sell because he's English, but he doesn't. Colombian from the Colombian league can sell sometimes as well because it's a very popular nationality and league to kind of like complete certain SBCs. So it really depends on when you're doing this. So always check if you're doing this method. But that is going to be this summed up. I'm going to keep them in the club because I'm doing option 3 at the moment, which is keeping pretty much everything. Okay guys, now for option 2, this is where things heat up a little bit. This is where you're going to start to make a lot more coins. It's not going to be as instant because you're not going to sell absolutely everything. The idea is now you're going to start to pick out the things that you do want to keep in the club and the things that you don't. So the players that you want to keep are Chinese Super League and the Saudi League. And the reasoning behind this is the vast majority of these leagues are bronze players, which means that you can pack them very easily. A lot of the time they will only sell for 200 coins and there's loads of them on the market. So you're either going to discard them for a matter of 6 coins or you can keep them in the club. And eventually when you get like 8 or 9 players from the Chinese Super League team, for example, you can go ahead and submit it for a silver pack in return or a gold pack in return. So this is going to make you coins over time, right? So this is just to give you an example. I've been doing this for just a matter of a few days. Obviously, I've done the bronze pack method on loads of FIFAs, but I've been doing it for a few days now. Let's go ahead and check out my league analysis of how many players I've got in the Chinese Super League. So where is it? There it is. So if we search here, roughly speaking, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 10 per page. I was just double checking. But we've got 5, 6, 7 pages, 8 pages. So that's about 84 players essentially. And if you do the maths of that, obviously 11 players per team in the CSL, and I think there's 18 teams to complete. Let's just double check so that we're 100% sure. So there is 16 teams to complete. So 16 times 11, there's roughly going to be about 170, let's say 176 players that I need, or what I need basically is 17 pages before it's all complete. But you're not going to wait until you complete and pack every single player. So what I recommend as a general rule of thumb is to keep opening packs and keep saving these CSL players. Even if they sell for more, don't sell them, just keep them in your club. And the reason why you want to keep them in the club, even if they do sell for more, is because you got them with first owner. It makes completing squads so much easier. Instead of buying a position which is overpriced, you can just go and buy a centre back and play him right back, for example, and still get full chemistry. But like, if we go and check the Chinese Super League, we can see, as we've already established, I've got 8 pages. So we're about halfway through. Now, what I recommend doing is doing these bronze packs until you get to the point where you've got about 75 to 80% of the league completed with players that you've already got in your club. So for me, for 16 teams, I'd probably say about 12 pages deep of Chinese Super League players. That's when I will start to complete of some of the teams. What you can do is actually separately search each team. And if, a team like this, for example, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 players. I could probably go out and complete that for quite a good price. And this one as well. So I can actually go to these separately and actually, complete these and get a silver pack or a gold pack in return. Some of these may even have none or 1 player, which is ridiculous. But this is the idea, is that you're stocking up on these players. And, well, okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there's 9 players there. So hopefully you're getting the idea there of what option 2 is. We're going to give an example in just a second. I want to show you that the player fitnesses do sell. They're selling in the background. I'm listing them up at the moment. How many more do we need to list up? So it takes 2 or 3 listings before they all go. I recommend selling like 20 or 30 at a time, or even 100 at a time if you want to dedicate your whole transfer list to it. I'm just going to list everything up for what I just listed it as. So let's do some example packs now of option 2. So we're going to be looking just for Saudi League players and just Chinese Super League players. They're the ones that we're going to be keeping in the club. And we're also going to be selling, any Premier League players, any Bundesliga players, any La Liga players, any players that are in, you know, basically League SBC stuff. So occasionally I'll check a player like that just to see if they sell for more. But I know just by the league that they're in that they won't. So this pack for option 2 is pretty much pointless. I would actually discard these. Although, again, we're going to be going on to option 3 soon, which is making the most out of them. So, again, yeah, I'll discard them, discard that, and that. And these could be worth 200 coins each. That's 600 coins potentially back from this pack for 400. Now, if we go on to the second pack, let's see what's inside this one. See if we can get any Chinese Super League players or Saudi League. Usually they're very, very popular. Like, you'll get pack after pack where they keep getting in there. But this one again, well, we've got squad fitness. So instantly this is at least 1,000 coins. This is 200 coins. So this is profit right now. If I was in option 2, what I'd be doing is literally selling it right now. And to be fair, it is weekend league, so I could sell that right now. What you can do, occasionally people mess up and they buy it for 5,000 coins. So I'm going to list up for 5,000 coins right now. I'm going to list this up for 150 or 200 like that and make some profit as it is in the time constraints of weekend league. It's currently Friday, so any time between Thursday and Sunday is when you should sell the player fitness cards. And I'm going to discard the rest. Even though that looks high rated, it's not worth anything because of the league. So if you was doing option 2, what you do is actually just discard all these players like that. But because I'm not, I would keep those players, keep going. Let's keep it moving. Let's see what's in the third one. Let's see. So we've got English 4, Denmark, got 100 coins. We've got player fitness, that's 200. But this pack looks like it's pretty much a dead pack. So what you do, option 2, you clear out everything like this. That's not worth it. And you would sell this up, put this up for 150, 200 start. And you would keep the training items in your club and carry on moving. We're going to do 2 more packs just as an example because we haven't actually packed any Chinese Super League players or Saudi League players, and I still don't think we have. So we haven't, unfortunately. Again, this player looks like he might sell, but he doesn't because he's not from the correct league. Unfortunately, we do get passing things. So this pack for option 1 and option 2 is pretty terrible because you would discard all of these things. To be fair, he might sell just because of his position and league, but position and nationality, but he doesn't. So you would only keep this and sell this at a later time. But again, as I said, I'm going to keep all of these ones for myself in this club. And final pack, guys. Well, to be fair, if we don't pack a Chinese Super League player or a Saudi League player, we're going to keep going until we do. So I can actually give you an example of what happens. But I imagine that we will. No, we don't. So we get a German. Okay, so this is big. Like that's a pretty. Actually, that's not as big as I thought. There's one there for 500 coins. But I thought it might be worth at least 1,000. So we're going to list them up for 5. Well, we're about to move on to the next option. But personally, I'm going to be keeping him in my club. But if you was doing option 2, you would list them up for 500 coins like this. Also, with this Conmebol Libertadores player, you can see that he's going for about 500 coins. Again, you list him up for 500 coins. This would be 1,000 coins profit. Plus these 2, that's 1,400 profit. Plus this, potentially selling for 200 coins. So that would be 1,600 coins total profit. But for me, I still need to do the Conmebol Libertadores, and it's worth having these as first owner. So I'm going to keep him. I'm going to keep him as well. And just for example's sake, usually I'd keep them in the club and list them up at a different time. But I'll list them up now just to show you guys. Right, we're 6 packs in. Hopefully, we can get that Chinese Super League player. Because for some reason they've gone walkabout. I can't seem to find any. This is from the Dutch league, so this is probably going to be worth something. 400 coins. Again, another Sudamericana going for about 800 there. I personally don't use that league, so we're going to list them up for as cheap as possible just to get instant coins in return and then 100 coins back. Then what I'm going to do is discard all of those duplicates and then just keep the rest in my club for now. I'm still searching for this Chinese Super League player. Come on. Or a Saudi League player. There we go. Finally, we've got one. And this one's actually quite a high-rated one. It wouldn't surprise me if he's worth a little bit because he's high-rated. A lot of the teams, you need like a 64-rated team or something. So there's usually like 1 or 2 golds from each team or 1 or 2 silvers from each team. And then you're going to need to use the higher-rated bronzes to complete the rest of the team. So what you'd be doing in option 2 is keeping this player in the club and then checking the prices of the other players like these guys. Always check Irish players. Irish players might look pretty rubbish, but they might sell for 1,000 coins, especially Shamrock players. But yeah, option 2, what you do, discard that and that, this and this and this, pretty much everything apart from the Chinese Super League player, which you would keep in the club until you've got about 12 or 13 pages worth of Chinese Super League players or Saudi League players. Hopefully that makes sense. This video is starting to get really messy and I'm trying to keep it as orderly as possible because there's so many things to talk about here. But finally guys, option 3, this is how you make the most amount of coins doing the bronze pack method. And as I already said, it's not going to be all instant coins because you're going to be investing and saving a lot of the players into your club. But I've got a lot of players in the club right now to give you an example of what's going down. So what you do is, again, let's just open up a pack. For example, say this time we're not just looking for Chinese Super League players, we're not just looking for Saudi League players, we're looking for all of the SBC League players. Unfortunately, there are none in this pack. So what instead I would be doing on option 1 and option 2, I'd be discarding these, right? I'd get rid of them like that, and I'd get rid of the other things in the pack. But in this example, we're going to keep absolutely everything. Even the players that won't sell for 200 coins, we're going to keep in the club because we're going to be using them in the bronze upgrade SBC, which is available at all times. Now, something I haven't really spoken about is managers and kits and badges. To be honest with you, most bronze things just don't sell. Occasionally something might sell for 200 coins, but if you're doing the bronze pack method, you're spending 20 minutes, 30 minutes doing something for the sake of checking the price and then listing it for 200 coins, it's probably not worth checking every kit, every badge, and everything else in the pack, apart from the things that we've spoken about today. So that's why I've not spoken about kits, badges, and all of that. But what we're going to be doing, as this is now option 3, obviously we're going to get rid of the discards, sometimes check if they do sell, and keeping absolutely everything that's in the club. Now, I've been doing this for a while, so I have a pretty, not a really high stacked club, but enough to go out and complete some of these bronze upgrade SBC stuff. So I'm just going to open up one more pack, and then we'll do a bronze upgrade SBC. I just want to show you guys what the deal is here. So again, we've got 3 players here from leagues that aren't SBC League worthy, so they're going to be worth 200 coins. I'm not even going to bother checking that. Got a kit which I haven't got in the club yet, so you know, we could list this for 200 coins and keep relisting. Maybe someone will buy it if they are a supporter of this team, but I'd rather just keep it in the club for now, and that's absolutely fine. So what we'll do now, we'll check the club, and I'm going to show you the leagues which are not SBC leagues, which, you know, have players in it that are completely worthless. So English 1 and English 2, there are SBC leagues. These ones aren't. So all of these bronze players that are worth absolutely nothing to us won't be, you know, we can't list for 200 coins and get anything back. We're going to be using them to get a bronze upgrade pack, which gives us 2 silvers. Now, if you're anything like me at first, you're probably thinking, wait, so I'm given 11 players in return for 2 silvers, which I can't even list onto the market. And this is why it comes under option 3, because if you're someone that doesn't want to invest a lot of time into this, then you're not really going to get rewarded for it, because this takes time to build up enough players, and it requires you to be doing the League SBCs and using these silvers in SBCs to actually get the returns. So let's give an example here. This bronze pack, we've actually already got a league completed. Actually, I didn't know I had that there, but it's going to be players from actually random different leagues here. We'll do a couple just for an example's sake. So it gives you 2 silver players pack. I don't think there's a thing of it being, you know, 2 rares. I think it's just a mixture of maybe a rare, maybe a non-rare. We'll have a look in a second. But the quickest way to do this, so we'll start a new squad here, is go to the squad actions section. So for me, I'm on Xbox, LT, click that, go to squad builder, and then go to league, and then go to the league that you want to build. Put in max quality, probably best to put in bronze since you've been doing the bronze pack method, although you probably have some silvers in there which you're not using. And just chuck these all in. These are all worthless to you, and obviously in return there we get another bronze upgrade pack. Now what we'll do is I'm going to complete maybe 10 of these packs just to give you like an overview of what's in these silver packs for anybody that's not done the bronze pack method yet and you want to see what it kind of pays out. So guys, as you can see here, we have 10 packs now, 2 silver players packs. There's 2 silvers with 1 rare, so I was wrong. It's not just random. It's always going to be 1 rare, not 2 rares. So what you're going to get, most likely, the non-rares are going to be just as valuable as the rares, because non-rares are still quite hard to come by, especially for League SBC. So out of these 10 packs, let's kind of keep a tally in our heads of what this would be worth if you was going to go out and buy it. So we're going to skip it, of course, just to make this as quick as possible. So German League 3 and Colombia, these 2 aren't going to be worth much at all. So these are going to be worth a matter of 200 coins each. Even that guy I'm going to put down as 200. So that is worth 400 coins, okay? Let's go for pack number 2 and see what's inside here. Skip that along and see. Okay, so we get duplicates here. This is like the worst case scenario, but the good thing is I think that the other one's going to be tradable. So can I list this one up? No, I can't. Unfortunately, both are untradeable. So I can't do anything with that. And yeah, so both are untradeable. So that's a real big L for me. That's very unlikely. I don't actually have that many silvers in my club, so the likelihood of that is extremely low. Let's go ahead with pack number 3. So far, it's not been very profitable, has it? So this one, Belgium League and France League. Again, 2 players that aren't going to be that expensive. He's worth a few hundred coins, and this player probably a couple of hundred coins, to be honest with you. Maybe 200 or 300 coins. So this so far, 3 packs in, and we've got about 1,000 coins back, which isn't that good. But I know something good's coming because the amount of times I've opened like 1 or 2 packs, and I've got like a 5,000 coin player in return, which I need for an SBC. So here we go. Now we're talking. So we've got a silver player from Switzerland, English 1, Norwich. Now this is probably a player that you need to complete the SBC, and as you can see, he is worth 8,000 coins. So whilst we're here, obviously this is untradeable. You can't sell him, but this is only going to be profitable or worth it for someone that wants to complete the League SBCs, and that's why I've separated this into option 1, option 2, and option 3, because if you're a casual player, you may not have the time to be investing into loads of bronze packs and then, you know, doing the League SBC grind, because it does take up hours and hours of time every week, especially if you're doing it properly and you intend to make hundreds of thousands of coins from this. But it is well worth the time and it does pay back. And this is just one profitable pack. Most packs pay out like this. You usually get a silver player from one of the leagues that is a League SBC. Personally, I think this is actually above average because he's a rare and he just looks very good. And I think, yeah, so what we're going to say, 6,000 coins there, we would say. So if we had to complete this SBC normally and we didn't have him in the club, then it's obvious that I'd have to buy him because that's why he's so expensive. So I've saved myself 6,000 coins. So all in all, we're about 7,000 coins up from opening 4 of these packs. Let's go for the 5th one. Let's see what's inside here. We get 2 players from the Conmebol League SBC, which we can use. Personally, I don't use Chile. I only use the Colombian League and the Argentinian League, even for Sudamericana and Libertadores, just because I like to keep it simple. I would normally sell Chile players, but because I've got so many untradables now that are from Chile and have these requirements, I can probably build a squad. So that's fine. I'll probably value that at, like, let's say 1,500 coins, 700 coins each for those players. So we're now up to 8,500 coins, and I think this is our 6th pack now. And we get another player from Colombia, which I can use. That's going to save me a few coins. Again, probably let's just value him at 700-800 coins. And this player's worth a couple hundred coins. He probably wouldn't even sell a couple hundred coins, let's be honest. So let's say we're about 8,500, 9,000, just for rough maths example, for rough maths sake. And we're going to skip this one as well. And hopefully we'll get a top 5 league. So we get Australian League and Germany too. I'm going to be honest, we have not got very good packs from this so far. This guy might sell for a little bit, so he would sell for a few hundred coins, which I can't actually use in a League SBC, so I'm not even going to add them to the total list. We've got 3 more packs left. I was expecting at least 15 or 20,000 coins worth of players. Maybe we can still do it. Got, again, Belgium. Like, we've got no player from the league, so this is a really bad example. He would probably be a bit more, though, because he's Irish. And Irish players are useful. So these are very useful for completing the 4-leaf Clover Advanced SBC. You need Irish players, and I think there are also SBCs all the time that require Irish players, and sometimes the requirement may be from like multiple different leagues, and maybe from that need to be rare silvers. So that's why this guy is worth something. But if it is only for the Advanced SBC, this is not worth it for me because I've already completed it on this account. Let's go for the last 2 packs. So far, though, I'm actually a little bit disappointed. With these packs. What we got here, though. So we get 2 MLS players. Bojan, I'm expecting him to be worth a little something. So he's about 800, 750. Let's just call him about 750 for him. This guy is not going to be worth that much. Maybe 300 coins. So let's call this a 1,000 coin pack. We're up to 10,000 coins in return for the bronze players that we were just discarding. Probably for a total of like 500 coins, you know, combined, maybe a little bit more, maybe like 800 coins. But the idea is, guys, and let me be honest, we've opened 10 packs, so we've got 20 players in return, and only a matter of like 3 of them have gone for more than 1,000 coins. Usually, it's like 5 or 6 or 7 as an absolute minimum. Usually, these packs really pay out well, but this is a good example of, even with bad pack luck, this is still worth grinding, because I have so many more bronzes in my club. I could probably create another 20 or 30 of these packs just from doing this bronze pack method for a couple of days. And if I'm going to be completing these League SBCs, then I'm going to be able to chuck these silvers in there. And also the Conmebol League SBC, which I did do a tutorial for, you can use these players to go towards that as well. But yeah, if we check the price here, a few hundred coins for him and probably a little bit of coins for him, 1,000 coins there. So all in all, we're looking at about 11 to 12 at the absolute max profit there from instead of discarding those bronzes, just keeping them, which is not too bad. So hopefully that has really helped you out with the bronze pack method, guys. I've tried to simplify it as much as possible because it is a lot to talk about. Before I started recording, I was like, this is going to be really easy. You know, I just talk about what I'm doing with the bronze packs, and then it starts to get really confusing. So if you do have any questions, don't be afraid to leave me a comment on this video. But also, I do have a trading group, not just for trading, but just generally a Discord group for everybody to do with FIFA. I'll leave a link to that in the description. You can join it. You can ask me some questions on these trading things if you'd like. I'm going to be giving out free trading advice soon as well. Well, actually, right now, I'm giving out free trading advice. So if you don't have Discord, it's really easy to use. It's just an app on your phone or your PC where you can be in a chat room and just talk to like-minded people that are obviously, in this circumstance, are FIFA related, and if you want to learn how to trade, you know, stuff like that as well. But in summary, guys, from option 1 to option 2 to option 3, option 1 is for people that may not have a lot of coins. They need to sell things quickly to get coins back. You're selling the player fitnesses, you're selling all players from all of the leagues. Anyone that sells for 200 coins or more, you're selling straight away. You're selling the attribute cards, you're selling everything, right? That is the whole thing behind option 1. It's instant coins back as quickly as possible. Option 2 is the half-hearted route. It's keeping all the Chinese Super League players and Saudi League players so that you can start to submit those for the SBCs, and you can start to get silver packs and gold packs in return, which are tradable, and then you turn those into coins. Instead of discarding bronze non-rares, which are worth nothing, at least you can get something back for them. And obviously, you're still selling the other players, like Premier League, Bundesliga, La Liga, Italian League. And then obviously option 3, you're making the most out of every single player. The downside of this is it takes maybe a few days to maybe even a week. It depends how often you're opening packs and how often you play the game, but it usually takes a few days minimum before you start to see your coin balance go up, because you have to invest and sink a little bit of coinage into the bronze packs. It may take 50,000 coins before you start to see the wave return of income into your club before the coins start to become liquid again. So that is it, guys. If you've enjoyed this and you want to see some more tutorials on trading, make sure you subscribe. And as I said a couple of times and referred to a couple of times, go and check out the Conmebol League SBC grind method to complete it as cheap and as quickly as possible if you want to make profit using that method. Don't forget to drop a like on the video before you leave, and also subscribe as well, so you make sure you see this content again on your homepage in your subscription box. And I'll catch you guys later. Bye bye.